So today, at the Vacuum House, vacuumrepairshop.com's world headquarters, okay, we're going to talk about the Miele C3. Now, Miele, it gets complicated, okay? I know if you're shopping for a Miele, we're not going to spend a whole heck of a lot of time doing features, benefits, advantage of the Miele, because most people who are shopping for a Miele have already had a Miele, they've heard great things about it. They're really just trying to find where they can get the best deal, or trying to find where they can get the right attachments, because there's so many different configurations. There's basically three body styles in a Miele. There's the Miele C1, C2, and C3. Actually, the C1 has a C1 Compact and the regular C1 Classic. So it gets very confusing. So I'm going to give you some highlights here on the C3, but I would strongly suggest, if you're shopping for a Miele, that you call us. 1-800-263-5425, or text us so we can send you information on specific Mieles, because a lot of these machines actually come same body style, different color, different accessories, and it gets really confusing to figure out what you're getting with what, because some of them are identical machines with almost identical attachments, yet far different prices, and you're probably going to you probably have a lot of questions as to why. Well, it's hard to answer all those questions in a video demonstration, because there are so many questions. So that's why we really strongly suggest that before you buy. And again, here at vacuumrepairshop.com, here at the vacuum headquarters, nobody gives us a unit to try. These are our opinions. We buy the units and then we demonstrate and we tell you what we think of them. But again, if you're looking for a Miele, you probably already know what you're looking for. So we can help you pick the right one, which one's right for your needs, whether it be the C3, C2, C1, C1 Classic, or if you're looking for, this is, right now what I have right here, this is the Miele C3. This is called the home care model, which is only available in vacuum stores. So if you want this particular one, you have to go to the vacuum shop to get it, or buy it from a registered vacuum shop. You could buy it over the phone, you could probably buy it online from them, but the idea is that it's only sold through somebody who has a brick and mortar retail store, okay? Other than that, there's really no difference between this and some of the other ones, except they extend the warranty because you're buying it from a Miele vac shop. So they give you a longer warranty. So that's the difference as we speak in this machine to other ones. This one is going to give you, you're going to get a 5-year warranty because you're buying it from the vac shop, okay? And again, as always, when you're shopping for a vacuum, how well is it clean? How easy is it to use? How long is it going to last? What's the filtration like? And where do you get it, okay? We believe you should get it at the local vac shop, or call us and we'll help you find the local vac shop. But you're always going to get a little better deal. You're always going to get a little more bang for your buck, a little more for your money at the local vac shop. So let me just show you the basics on the C3. This is, by the way, this is the top of the line. There is one more higher end one, that's the C3 Brilliance, okay? But you're going to see a lot of different prices, but not a lot of differences in the machines. So you really should call us. I really strongly encourage you to call. So let's plug this in, and we'll first thing we should probably do, Dom, is pick up that
big chunk?
K-Pox. So I'm going to plug it in first. But you can see I do have a nice, no, I'm going to pick it up with the vacuum. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nice long cord on the C3. We'll turn it off and on again. Okay, so we're going to turn it on. And then this one has you do have, this is not normally where I start, but I'm going to, for the sake of this video, because it came on in that mode right there. This one does have variable speed. And most of your Mieles, most of your higher end machines by anybody do have a variable speed. And a lot of times they're controlled in the handle. But in this particular case, it's controlled right here. Okay? So you can reduce the speed right there to next to nothing if you're doing the curtains or the drapes, that kind of thing. And then you can raise it up maybe for the furniture. I'm not really sure what that one is right there. That's, I guess maybe that's just pleasant to the ear. I don't know.
Silent mode? Quiet mode?
I don't think it's that quiet. So,
it's louder.
Yeah, it's louder. So, and then you got max. So again, whoa! I don't know what that was. We picked something up, right? Well, what the hell? What did you hear that? So it picked something up. Anyway, so 90% of the time, 95% of the time, when you're vacuuming, obviously you want maximum suction. So, why is it there? Why do they have variable speeds? Because sometimes if you are on like a really thick nap carpet, or you're on a carpet that's pulling it right into the machine, you can reduce the speed so it's not pulling the carpet in, so it might push a little bit easier. If you're doing the drapes, you don't need maximum suction, right? If you're doing the drapes, you don't want to suck them off the wall. But obviously you want to leave it on a lower speed. Or maybe you got a plant that you want to dust, and you don't want to suck the plant in. Maybe it's got some dust on it. Just reduce it to the lower speed, and that way you're not pulling it all in. So, but again, 90% of the time, you're going to want, obviously, maximum suction. So let's turn it on again. So that answers a question for me right there. It must turn on in whatever mode you turned it off. So I had it on maximum speed, so it turns on maximum speed. And again, real quick, lower and higher, and let's go ahead and pick up that dirt, Dom, okay? I hate to keep turning it off, but Dom told me make sure if you're gonna talk, turn the machine off. Did you say that?
I said it.
You did say that, okay. So real quick, I had something else to say, so I turned the machine off. We got a retractable, the telescopic wand, okay? So electrical telescopic wand, and this power head here that we're gonna highlight today is the SEB 228, okay? There's 3 different power heads. This is the middle of the road. This is the SEB 228. You can buy the machine with the 236, SEB 236. You can buy the machine with, I think it's an SEB, not even sure, SEB 217. You can also buy the machine with the turbo, which is air driven, or you can also buy the machine without any of those. Again, it gets complicated. That's why you want to call. It's a great machine. It's a great company. It's a good solid machine, but it does get confusing as which way you want yours configured. That's why we strongly suggest you call us so we can go over that with you. So let's turn it back on and let's pick that up. Talk about this real quick, Dom. The height adjustment, okay? So the height adjustment's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Up and down. So the different levels of carpet. So again, I'm going to say like I do with most machines, how do you determine which one, when it's at the right height? You lower it down till you hear a change of pitch. You don't want to go necessarily all the way down in every carpet, although no matter how many times I tell people that, they still think they have to lower it all the way down. You really just want it so it just kind of touches the surface, raises the nap of the carpet, and then pushes the dirt into the suction pad. Because you still need some airflow, and if you seal it off, you don't have airflow. So it's on 5 right now. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to lower it down one at a time until I hear a change of pitch, and that's when I'm going to vacuum. If I don't feel it's doing right, I'm going to lower it down one more. But hear that? I can even go down one more further, but you don't need to go all the way down. It'll pick up fine right there. Okay, you see it's even picking up before it even gets there, so you don't have to lower it all the way down. We'll turn it off again, because Dom said so. It's got the swivel head. Okay? Nice rubber wheel, so it's not going to mark up any floors. If you do want to bring it from carpet to floors, you can bring it to floors. It's not going to hurt anything. You do have the ability to turn the brush on and off right here in your hand. Okay? So as you can imagine, this brush is pretty powerful, okay? And if I'm vacuuming the carpet and I go to the bare floors, I don't necessarily need that brush spinning, so I can turn that brush off, okay? And the reason why you'd want to turn it off, it's not going to hurt anything. It's just that if there's a lot of debris on the bare floor and that brush is spinning so fast, you might kick some of that debris behind you. We've all experienced that. Let's just imagine dropping a bag of sugar and you're going over it with a brush that's spinning so fast. Even though the machine's got great suction, there's no resistance on the bare floor, so it spits as half it ends behind you. So we'll show you how that works. We can turn it on and off right here. Okay?
Do it again.
Hear it? On, off. Okay?
Do it again.
Off. I don't know if you noticed this too, Don, or if you're watching, but when I turn it on, this is not a huge deal, but the machine has what they call soft start. So when I turn it on, it kind of goes on gradual. Even if I have it on the highest setting, it goes on gradual. And the reason, Miele's and a lot of the other vacuums are, these are not your department store vacuums that you buy once and then a couple years later you're buying again, a couple years later you're buying again. The idea is to buy once, buy right. buy the machine, use it for the entire home. The home is important to you. You want a good vacuum to take care of the home, not only the carpets, but your furnishings, your walls, ceilings, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of features that fit into those different categories. Cleans better, lasts longer, easier to use, better filtration. Things you wouldn't even think of with these machines. That's why it's so important to go to your local vac shop so you can understand what the value is in these machines. The Miele, the Sibo, the Riccar, the Lindhouse. There's these little things that you might not realize, okay? Like one, and again, not a big deal, but all the little things make the big difference. When I turn this machine on, it has, again, what's called soft start. So it just goes on gradual. Is it a huge deal? No. But what it does, it actually gives it gives a little longer motor life to the motor because there's not that jolt when you go on. So it just, listen. Soft start. Not a huge deal, but again, machine's designed to last a long time, and that's why. Cleans better, lasts longer, easier to use, better filtration. A little more costly to buy at Miele or some of these other vacuums that you see in the vac shops, but most people that buy a piece of equipment like this, machinery like this, they have them for years and years and years. They're appreciative because they don't have to keep going back and buying another vacuum. They're not getting them serviced every year, every 6 months. They're not throwing them into the, they're not bringing them to the, what am I trying to say, Don?
They're trying to
Where does the garbage go?
recycling.
The landfill. Okay, thank you. That's your.
Jesus Christ,
You're not bringing them to the landfill. You're having it for, I started in this business in 1982 selling Electroluxes door to door, and I still know people who I sold back in 1982 who are still using the same vacuum. They paid close to $1,000 for it 40 years ago, but it's paid them back over and over and over again. So that's the idea behind it. And I'm not just talking about Miele now, I'm talking about any high quality vacuum. That is the idea behind the machine. So anyway, back to the features and benefits of the machine. Not only the feature, but what does it do for you? Okay, so you got your height adjustment, so you can raise and lower it. If you're vacuuming along and you want to get, let's say you're vacuuming and you want to get the cobwebs off the ceiling. Okay, we should take the dust off of this machine, huh, Don?
Yeah, you should.
I'm going to use my shirt to do it.
Where's that rag?
Don't tell my mom that I was using my shirt to clean this off like this. I'm going to get in trouble. It's fine. All right, so anyway, swivel head. So it's very easy to maneuver, get around. You can see where I'm standing. I mean, again, not a big deal, but if I'm standing here and I want to get over there, I don't have to go over here and turn my body, okay? I can just turn my wrist and I'm getting over this way, okay? So again, it's something you don't think of. If I'm vacuuming along and I want to get the cobwebs off the ceiling, it's very simple. I just push this right here, and now I got my telescopic wand, and I can get the cobwebs off the ceiling. Okay? And as opposed to old school with a cord on the outside, it's all integrated in the wand. There's no electrical cord, because there's electricity running from the power head all the way back to the machine, but there's no cord on the outside. If I want to use my attachments, I can put them on the end there. Now, first of all, it comes with a nice, again, this is the reason you want to reach out to your local vac shop or call us so that we can match you up with the right one. This one, as is, I believe comes with, we can customize it for you so you get the right piece of equipment, but you get this is a rug and floor tool, what they call flip-flop tool or rug and floor tool. You can push that, and it's got a brush that comes out, okay, for your bare floors. Or if you want to do area rugs, throw rugs, you can do it with this, okay? It also comes with this extended crevice tool, okay? Flexible crevice tool, so if you want to get in the dryer vent, in between the cushions of the couch, seats of the car, you can. And I think most of the Mieles are packaged with this now. Again, I'd have to check. It gets confusing for me too, but we would take our time and make sure you're getting what you need, okay? And then, some of them come with this tool, some of them don't. The Miele bare floor tool, okay, or Miele parquet tool. And this can ride on the back of the machine. So if you are vacuuming along, okay, and you do want to switch from carpet to flooring, but you don't want to use the power head, it's again very easy. You can pop that off just like that, and now we've got the Miele bare floor tool. Okay, so those are some of the basic attachments that some come with, some don't. But if you do business with us, we make sure you have everything you need. Okay, because we can customize your vacuum. Most of what you need is right on board. Okay, this is kind of the cool thing about the C3, the C3 body style, 100% sealed HEPA machine. So as far as filtration goes, we don't talk a lot about that, but it is important nowadays. Clean, how well is it clean? How easy is it to use? How long is it going to last? And filtration. Miele has kind of led the way as far as filtration goes. There is no doubt about it. There are some that can match the filtration, but nobody's better. Okay, 100% sealed HEPA machine. I got off track. That wasn't what I wanted to talk about, but as long as I'm talking about it, let's show you this right here. We'll show you the bag. Okay, bag comes in. There's a bag dock here, and the bag pops out real easy, and it closes when you take it out. Okay, so I know it doesn't look like a huge bag, but I got to tell you, it is impressive how much dirt you can put in these. And as you may know, Miele bags can be a little bit costly, but bang for your buck, long lasting, the amount of dirt you can put in these bags, it is not as bad as it may seem. It is rather cost effective, okay? You could put, I mean, a couple months worth of dirt in here for sure, okay? And depending on the house. I mean, I have used the Miele in my house, and every 2 or 3 months, change the bag like this. And there's a lot of traffic, golden retriever, a lot of pet hair, but you can, it's like a garbage compactor, how much, you can really jam pack it in here. And there's something to be said about using a vacuum bag over a bagless machine. And most vacuum shops that you go to, ours included, are not fans of bagless machine. Bagless machine, the kind of machines you have to dump the dirt out of, okay? It's kind of gimmicky. It's something our grandparents and great-grandparents did 50, 60 years ago. They were shaking dirt bags and they were dumping dirt cups 50, 60 years ago. And then we invented a vacuum bag, okay? And we've been fine for the last 40, 50 years, just taking a bag, throw it in the garbage. It's a lot cleaner, it's a lot healthier, and Miele is kind of set the standard when it came to the vacuum bag, okay? Because it had the nice bag that's sealed, HEPA bag, easy to replace, pop it right in this bag dock, and you're in business. And then underneath here, in the back, you got a filter before the motor right here. But then Miele is also known for their cartridge style HEPA filters, okay? Which you can get a few different styles of these too. You can get some that have the carbon in them too. So there's no, or the charcoal in them. So there's no, so it reduces the odor, okay? And this is kind of unique too in the Miele. The Miele, what you do is you press, I didn't activate this one, but you push this green button here, okay? And that activates it. So as this HEPA filter, as you use this will slowly turn red until it gets over to this point here, which means it's time to replace the HEPA filter. So if having clean air, and that sounds kind of silly, most of us are concerned about clean air, but if you want a dust-free environment and you want a vacuum that's not going to bring it in one end and kick it out the other end, the Miele, along with a couple other machines, have mastered that. They're sealed HEPA machines. So this is, again, they set the standard when it comes to this. So 100% sealed HEPA machine. You can operate the machine without the filter too, if you want to get the machine and you don't think it's worth having the HEPA filter. I don't think anybody's ever going to walk in your house and go, you didn't replace that HEPA filter, huh? Nobody's going to notice, okay? But if you want to breathe better, if you want to do less dusting, if you don't want to see that, there's a lot of things you can do to prevent and to help the indoor air quality in your home. And this is one of them here. Between this and a good air purifier, if you're concerned, I would say reach out to us if it is important to you. We can help you. In my home here, we have all windows here on this side of the house. A lot of big, tall windows. You can show them. And it doesn't matter how much sun is shining through those windows. You are not going to, you just do not see that big dust. You know how like a lot of times when the sun is shining through the window and you can see that dust ball kind of thing going on? It doesn't happen here because we use the proper filtration in our vacuum and because we have air purifiers running all over the house and we have the proper airflow going on. We've taken the necessary precautions. So you can too. And this would be a step in the right direction. A Miele, Seabold, Lindhouse, Ricard, that kind of thing. If it's important to you, which I would imagine it is, you should reach out to us so we can talk to you a bit about that as well, the air purifiers as well. Again, it doesn't matter what time of year, it doesn't matter when you come in here, when that sun is shining through there, there is no, you cannot see that. Now, if I leave the air purifiers off for a few days, you can see it coming through, okay? So they do work. Anyway, there's a few more attachments on board here. So we showed you those attachments. We have a few more attachments on board here too. Okay, you've got your upholstery tool. These are kind of hidden away in here, which is kind of neat. You've got your little Miele dust brush, and you've got Miele crevice, another Miele crevice. Now, there's one other attachment, Dom, which we forgot to bring out here, which is pretty cool. There's a, I'm gonna get it. So, do you want to click that off for a second?
Yep. Sure.
All right, so it turns out we don't have that brush here, but it's kind of like this little triangular brush, dusting brush, which is really cool to get in corners, that kind of thing. I'll just put a little B-reel here, right here. I'll put that brush. Here it is, folks, okay? See that brush? Beautiful. That's the brush, okay? And that's a pretty cool item. So, so other than that, we got 3 caster wheels. It's a nice high-impact plastic, super lightweight. 3 wheels that spin, 3 caster wheels, rubber wheels, not going to mark up the floor. Goes side to side, goes back and forth. Well, I guess that means it's time to end. I just accidentally hit the cord meter. And the phone's about to die, Don tells me. It's an incredible time we live in right now, you know what? You know what I used to have to do to get people to listen to me? I used to have to knock on their doors with a vacuum.
And now you're just like
to do a demonstration.
Now you just seem like a pervert if you do that now, or a creep.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I probably was then too, but I considered one. But you know, I can just do the demonstration and I can just send it to people. This is, like, I'm doing this right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy to me. And in a few minutes from now, I'm going to put it online. And then I'm going to talk to people and say, oh, want to see the machine? Boom, here you go.
And it's going to be like, again, like 100 doors at a time, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So, folks, and people are going to be standing with their phone in their hand, looking at the world's greatest vacuum salesperson right there.
This is true, honestly.
It's crazy.
I am confident in saying probably are the world's greatest vacuum salesman.
I appreciate that, Tom.
Yeah,
I
legitimately.
So, you know what? There's no, you know, whatever. If we can help you, we'd help you. I don't even know if we can help you or not, but if you're looking for a vacuum, we'd love to help you if we can. And reach out to us, give us a call, give us a text, whatever. We can steer you in the right directions. We can send you to your local vac shop, or we can answer the questions over the phone. We can drop ship a machine to you. We can send you the demonstration. We can, you know, we'll take the time. I don't know if that makes us the greatest salesperson in the world, but it's what we do. And if we can help, we'd love to help you.
Beautiful.
Give us a call if you need us.
Give that to me one more time. Do an outro, just saying like the model name and everything, and then everything you just said.
All right, so yeah, so that's it. This is the Miele Complete C3. Again, it can be confusing with Miele, but you want me to do the whole thing about what I used to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so so this is I was thinking, Dom, this is pretty crazy what we're doing here. Maybe it used to be, if I wanted to show somebody a vacuum, I used to have to knock on doors to show somebody a vacuum. Yeah, I might like the vacuum a lot, but if you don't have an audience, if you don't have somebody to show it to, you know, it doesn't really matter. And we used to have to go knock on doors to get people to look at what we were selling, you know, whether it be Kirby, Electrolux, or whatever it was. And then I used to have to wait for them to come in my store to show them. But now, this is crazy. You're standing there with my phone in your hand, recording me showing this video. In a few minutes from now, I'm going to put it online, and people are going to be in their homes with their phone in their hand looking at this demonstration. So they're actually going to have the world's greatest vacuum demonstration, the world's greatest vacuum salesperson in the palm of their hand, okay? Picking out the vacuum they want to pick out. Maybe the Miele, maybe Sibo, maybe something else. I don't know. And I don't even know if I'm the world's greatest vacuum salesperson. I doubt it. But I do care. And this is what we do. So I don't even know if I can help you or not, but if I can, I'd love to. I don't know if this is the machine for you. I don't know if this is the right one for you, but if you want to give us a call, we can answer your questions. And if it's not the right one for you, we'll find the right one for you. Or we'll send you to somebody who has the right one for you. So reach out to us. 1-800-263-5425. That's vacuumrepairshop.com. Or text us, 1-877-VAC-TEXT, V-A-C-T-E-X-T. 1-877-822-8398, and we'll respond through text, we'll respond through voice, whatever you want. We're here to help. Appreciate you tuning in.